It is Dee Maxwell's lockdown, I believe. We are on week 8. Who would have thought we would have been dubbed up for 8 weeks? Just said to my mum the day, I says, do you know what? That's clarified. I'm glad I never got for all the crimes that I did when I was young, because I would have been 2 weeks in the Fanny Hill and I would have been fucking dead. Anyway, without further ado, let's bring on another maniac, my wonderful friend, Ronnie back. Where is he? What are you doing?
I was going to hide for you there and see how you dealt with it.
Oh, very well, mate. I'd have jumped through the screen and kicked your fucking head off.
So, the language, how are you, Dee?
I'm fucking raging, by the way. I'm being honest, right? I was at
I'll tell you, right, you give me yours, go.
Right, I'll give you mine first and then you can do yours, right? It's all about the same shit anyway, right? So I've got really wonderful, respectful pals, right? People I adore, right? But they're putting up these generic posts. Right. You know what I mean? Look at me taking Nicola Sturgeon a wee apple because I'm staying in the house and shouting about somebody with mental health issues going down to fucking stand at the other opposite side of the fence, a family member, because they just needed to exchange energy. And I'm really getting pissed off about it. Shout, the government say it's all right for you to stand 2 metres outside a fucking shop for half an hour talking shit to complete strangers, but you can't fucking premeditate a fucking meeting with your family for 2 metres. Does COVID-19 know that's your auntie and you're going to get it? There you fucking go. 17 mails I had in my inbox this morning. I get up at 6 o'clock this morning to 17 desperate, honestly, desperate people because cunts are wanting a fucking gold star for fucking following the rules. Well, follow the rules, but don't shout it as if you need some sort of pat in the back, you fucking arsehole.
There you go, there's that. Right, I'm going to start off with saying hi to Haz, hi to Nanette, Jodie, hi to Angie, hi to Laura. Right, because they're just there, these people, right?
Hi, Nicole.
Hi, everybody. Whatever. I've actually had, right, you know how last week I had a go. I say some of your followers are filthy buggers is the best. I was kidding on, I was joking, right? But so actually what I've noticed is there's a lot of people come on here and send me messages and say thanks to me and you because they get a good laugh watching this on a Wednesday, right? So that's quite nice.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having one of the days. I'm going to ask everybody if they know, if they ever had it in their life, you have an emotional, toxic vampire in your life. I'm asking people.
I call it family.
You call it family? No, but they're no in your life. They just are your life. Family are your life. Do you know that?
And to be fair, I've made my family unit quite a good circle, but I have had fucking toxic vampires and they come in all shapes and sizes. And you know what I've learned recently about this, just before you tell me the full story? And it took me years to fucking do this, right? Because I'm a reactive volcano. But my counsellor used to always keep saying to me, see if you don't react to reaction, because the reaction, action, effect, and it becomes your fault. And then my Buddhist friend said to me, see, when there's drama, Dee, where are you in that drama? And I went, right in the fucking middle. So why are you in the middle? And it made me realise that it is a true saying that you attract what you accept. And yes, I just say, don't accept it.
Yeah, accept the unacceptable. Well, I'm not going, that's true. And by not responding, you are responding, all that shit, right?
And it's true because you give them a feed, you give them a way in to fuck up your head and your life, and you validate why they're being a crazy bastard by being a crazy bastard yourself. The only way you, being a former crazy bastard, the only way to talk to a crazy bastard is to be one.
Former. That's like if you get a cabbage, right, and then you have another cabbage, and you put the two cabbages even going near each other, you're just going to have another cabbage. So you've actually just ditched the cabbages.
You're absolutely, oh my God, that Thomas boy brothers, Ken, Adam, and they're like right good looking boys, the three of them. I can't
hang on.
For Emmerdale, they must be doing that Manx or something.
Talking. If you've got Emmerdale, I can see you've got Emmerdale Farm on your telly behind you. Get it off.
Emmerdale Farm, it's on silent, but no, I'm not. It's pure hot toddy kicking about in India, I think.
Turn the Emmerdale Farm off right now. You've got the remote in your Dee Maxwell. Turn it off. The last time
I don't want to record this. This is like free porn.
Jesus, that's how bad it is. You're watching Emmerdale.
It is. That's what it is. It's free porn. I'm not asking you to get it. I'm just telling you that's what I'm doing before I switch it off.
Get it off. I can see it reflected in your face. Look at your attention's just diverted to pretend farmers.
It's switched off. It's no pretending they're free. Sexual actors.
It's a true story. It's filmed. Same as EastEnders. That's a true story. That's filmed in like Easterhouse.
Easterhouse? Could you imagine Easterhouse? Fucking Danny Dyer within the last 5 minutes.
That shouldn't be EastEnders. It should be Easterhouse. That would be a crazy.
Imagine Danny Dyer going, "It's all kicking off. Yeah, fucking right, it's kicking off. I'll snap your snib off if you don't shut it."
Oh, Jillian, that's disgusting. Do you see some of these comments? It's just disgusting. Right,
why do you think Caden's in there just to drink wine and listen? Caden's in there because he can regulate the comments and make us so.
Aye, but hi Margaret, see how you're getting distracted by Emmerdale. I'm just watching everybody laughing at
How many times it's no Emmerdale, you cracker?
What was it?
It was Adam Scott and the other brother that I can't mind his name right now. And one of them was in Emmerdale and one of them was in Coronation Street. And Scott's just a hot guy that I think he does things, but I've not really watched them other than Slavering with him. And the three of them were on telly at the same time there. It was quite interesting.
I'm going to go and get some bleach found in my sink and drink it if you just keep this shit up. Stop it, man. I'm not having a great few days. Just stop upsetting me.
Yeah, but look, pretending to lick a couple of abs does help.
To lick an ab?
Oh, I've got a thing about abs. I'm an abs person. That's why I've been retired in fat dome and no slept with because I'm a shallow person. I need a right good pair of pecs and ribs to run up.
There's a thing. Is that your thing then? Is that what attracts you, right? An ab and a rib?
Ab, rib and intelligence.
Wow.
I can't go stupid people in the sense of I can't sit with somebody that doesn't know worldly things. And, you know, my sister went out with somebody, it was a car mechanic, and he used to just go, exhausting that, not meaning that. Disturbing.
So you need a bit of intelligence. Well, coming from where you come from, right, that's few and far between.
What are you talking about? Where do you stay?
I knew that was going to like the touch paper there, just in your
Glasgow. I'm in Ayrshire. We're actually up market, mate. We've got a bad name because folk think we're like you and we're no.
Right, anyway, who was it? What? William Clark, I have all three. Is that our Willie? Is that our big Willie?
Is that our Willie?
I hope
Put
so.
that up. We see that profile picture.
See if it's him. See if it's our boy. I've not seen
him. I hope it is.
I feel quite guilty.
It's all right. You're allowed to watch.
I have all three. D. He say, "Is that our William?" I hope so because I've not seen him for a bit, and I feel guilty.
I know. I love him, man. He's amazing. I much prefer his company to yours. Where the fuck has he been?
That's very much for that, you cheeky bastard. And I don't believe it for a minute.
No, I like him as equally as much as I like you, but he has both cracking dinners and he knows how to cook a bit of roast, by the way. That boy.
What you're supposed to say is I hate he's both equally.
He's the only guy that I've done a gig for, by the way, in the middle of a hall that the mic was echoing, nobody was listening, folk wanted to dance, they didn't want a bit of comedy, we both died on my arse, and then he bought me a lamb joint, he bought me a pork joint, I think, for my payment, so I get my roast dinner for a Sunday.
That's how you got. That's how you say a woman's heart in it. Is it through that?
No. I think it was just like, here's your payment, Dee. Sorry for putting you through that. You're probably going to need to eat a lot to get past that gig because it was fucking horrendous.
Just to feed your feeling. What about that feeling, Dee?
Always wee Jamie. What's wee Jamie's second name?
Jamie Kirk.
Aye, Jamie was on before us, and he was, you know what, I've never seen a boy so delighted to know that Willie died in August. He thought it was just him, and then he had to leave.
We Jamie's a diamond as well. There's nothing, what about that actually, which says a lot about me, that I actually missed that feeling of dying on my arse and then walking off a stage. What are you doing? I told you that time at the Edinburgh Festival, I was doing the competition, and I get a minute slot on a Sunday afternoon in Edinburgh, and there was like 25 Americans in. And I was doing material about growing up poor and my mum and being beat up with my dad and all that and turning to drugs and it's funny, all that stuff's funny, but they just sat there and felt sorry for me. I've never felt worse in my whole life. See, driving home for Edinburgh, they just sat and they were just looking at me. They just felt, they never laughed or anything. They were just thinking, "Oh, you poor guy. Oh my God, your dad hits you and you're telling everybody. Oh, it's so bad." And I drove home and I was turning up the music to try and drown out the just in madness. But you know what I mean? It's weird. Sometimes you do a gig and people just look at you like, "Oh, it's a shame."
Hi.
Yeah.
Wednesday with you two and days, and I'm a wonderful follower, fan of these shows. It's lovely to have you. All right, John Gallagher.
John, you look dapper there.
Like John Gallagher looks like an extra for Peaky Blinders. Remove the mood. What did that?
Well, he says, "Dee, it was pork." He's laughing. Nice big Walt. I did look quite dapper there, didn't he? If I don't
react, I'll implode. No, listen, see, that's the thing about reacting. Trust me, I was a reactive person my whole life, and it doesn't get you anywhere because you can go and shout at somebody for 5 hours, you can kick their head through a window, you can set their bed on fire, and you can eat their dog. It's still never going to change their opinion of you.
Yes. So the
how
best
their opinion, how you deal with their opinions, how it affects your life.
That's how you. There's a difference between a reaction and a response.
Yes.
There is a difference.
Silence speaks 1,000 fucking words because they don't feel important then.
I know, but there's only so much you can take and it pisses you off. You need to take steps.
I'd still be silent when I was torturing them. Well, there's no need for words.
Yes. I just heard More Than Words, the Extreme song just come in there. I
always said
I'm looking smart. You should see it for the waist down, isn't it?
And sitting in his boxers, you know, it's the brown Y fronts he's got on with the big.
I've got a blue. You make me justify like, no, I'm actually Carol. I'm actually no. I've got.
Your leg, liar.
Yeah, I'm going to stand on this chair.
What you don't fucking fall? There you go. You just fell in your nest.
I've got blue shorts. I'm out batching. I've got blue shorts, blue. I'll tell you a bit about that, right? Listen to this. So I went hiking the day, right? I went for a good hike along up a hill and then away along a ridge, right? And then I come home and I said, I better get ready for the show. Now, we're sitting in front of a computer. So why have I got deodorant and all that on?
I know I can smell you through that shit.
You know what? I'll get aftershave because I've not shaved for 3 days now, and I'm going to just leave it for 10 days. I've decided. I'm
actually due shaving my hair off.
Sorry, what?
I'm actually due shaving my hair off. Walking the neck. Are
you going to go full? What do you call her? Sinead O'Connor.
Man.
Are you going to? Hey, man.
Nothing compares.
Oh. This is actually.
It's not that. See that hairband. See, because I've been on 2 shows tonight. It hurts my head. It gives me a headache. Do you know what I mean? But so does looking at my hair like a thatched roof. I look like fucking one of the 3 Bears fucking house.
What?
No, the 3 Bears. No, the 3 Bears. The 3 pigs. Right story.
I see that the 3 Bears all stayed in the same
house.
Yeah, live together.
They could think about each other.
Right, so here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. So I was up the day, I was hiking the day, right? And I need to admit it because I need to get out or I fucking eat myself alive, right, in my brain. So I need to go and exercise. So I go on my bike or I go a hike. And we were up on a hill today and people were getting phone calls. They were right at the bottom of the hill, there was a police motor, right? People people were getting phone calls. And it was the police took their registration plates, got their mobile phone numbers, phoned 2 people, phoned them on the mountain, said to them, "Where are you? You're on Tinto." "Yeah, I'm up to." "You come back down here and get." "Well, I'd climb you like a tree." Victoria says, "How dare you, Victoria?" So the police were phoning people and telling them to come off the mountain, but they never phoned me because a guy's with his family, and I was thinking.
But the thing is, have you still got a burner phone?
What? When have I ever had a burner phone? For a start.
Oh no, rang pal.
I know. I know who you're talking about. Burner phones are for the heavily dodgy.
You're just a wee bit dodgy. Is it just a pay as you go?
That's anyone's not. No, it's contrary. But I was just thinking today, how mad is that? Right? Obviously, I know that you can get information, but it was really quick. And then see the walk down the hill. I was walking down. There was a wee guy, and his dad phoned him, and his dad was shouting at him, "Down that fucking hill, get that motor poster on the phone to me." He was using his dad's motor on the post, phoned his dad, and he was walking down terrified. And the thing is, everybody slowed down when they go at the bottom of the hill, and I thought, "Fuck this." And walked up, and I got the, you know, you shouldn't be parking here. You know that this is that social distancing. You shouldn't park here.
Joking.
No, serious. And they gave 2 of them tickets, but because I was parked like in the road a wee bit, 2 people got tickets. But that's mad, isn't it? That they can just read your regi, phone right away and tell you to get done. Well,
but I suppose we know where we stand, because down in England they've to go outside, but they've not to go outside. They've to exercise, but they've not to exercise. They've to go to work, but no go to their work.
No,
they've to see their family, but no see their family.
You know what it's like? It's like that old man. Basically, what I heard the other night, when it was like, yes, it looks like that guy I used to walk about in a wheelchair with. I went to different schools together, and he was clean shaven with a beard. That was that kind of shit. That's what it was like. I was just like, what? Used to walk about in a wheelchair. Like, what the fuck? That's what it was like the other night. It was clean shaven with a beard, and I went to different schools together. Well, that's what that information was like the other night. You're allowed to, and then you're not allowed to, but you can go in a bubble if you've. It's just like, man.
It's like you can go out, but you can't have fun. But you can go to work, but you can't see your mum.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, fuck off and stop talking shite to us, mate. Know what I mean? You're fucking like a workhouse. It's like a concentration. Go to work that daylight, but don't see. And Ken, you can go and talk to a complete stranger 2 m away. I mean, at the end of the day, strangers are more likely to have Hep B in that day, so you're taking that risk in the queue. And then you can't need to go and talk to your ma. I know for a fact my ma's not get Hep B.
Christina, I ran down the hill, I hiked it quick up, then I went along the ridge, and then I ran down. She's asked me how long. I've done it quite quick. But the thing is apparently all the tube stations and the train stations now in England are just mobbed with people just being thinking, right, we can go back to work. But it's a bit vague. It's very vague, isn't it?
Well, I'll do what I've always done. It's the same. Remember when you were getting told about a fight with another town? You know what I mean? You were getting told how many cons was there, what chibs they'd have, who their backup was. Well, I was always the first cunt there to assist.
Listen.
Right. But I was always the first there to assess the situation, and I was always the last to fire in because I was making sure it was justified. So I watch every cunt go out, and then I wait and see what happens, because I don't care when Nicola says we're going out, I'm still not going out to everybody else has tried it first.
Did I tell you that time that my dad said to me and my pals about the gang I used to be in? My dad says I used to be in the RATC. And I was thinking, what's he talking about? And he said, run away, they're coming. That's what my dad says, that's what gang you used to be in, the RATC. And I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? I mean, I run away, they're coming.
See, the thing about families is it used to annoy me, especially when I was younger, because I could fight. I was quite a good fighter, but it was always my pals that couldn't fight, sleep, and then fired their name in. You know what I mean? They'd be like, fucking, no pals, sorry, cousins and that. They'd be like, I'll fucking tell her Dean. I'm like, what the fuck are you involving me? I got on with him.
I'll get Dee to you.
Aye, or I'll get shell to you, you know what I mean? Whatever one, you know what I mean? I'd be like, wait a minute, what am I battling you for?
You know what? I'm watching you now, right? And I know you've still got the telly on, right? I know, I can see it. We can all see it flashing, right?
It's because the light's too bright. I don't have a lamp. I need to keep on the light on here. Shut your face and go on, mate.
Put your 2 hands up. I know you're filing your nails as you're talking to us. No, would you just tell the truth? You've got it down there, haven't you? You just put it.
No, I keep my gang scared.
Yeah, what? Right, you not get a nail file there at all. Tell the truth, Dee Maxwell.
Remote control. Honestly, I was playing with this nail's ragged and it's annoying me. Round here because the acrylic's too thick there. So it's annoying me and I'm sitting doing that because it's doing my nutting because I can't file it. But no, I've not got a file.
Whatever, Ronnie.
No, Dad, didn't go on, mate. Nobody cares. Nobody gives a fuck.
No, that's what I thought you were doing. Aye.
Hi, Dad.
I shall. So, yeah. Aye, definitely the day. I still need to be getting it every day. But how are you getting on?
I'm fucking no getting on, man. I'm really starting to fucking want to just go Mad Max on every cunt's arse. And I know that's not the way forward. And I know I was like irresponsible, but my mental health is telling me just fuck every cunt. You can all get to fuck. I want to actually buy a tent take my wains and my dogs, get a few months' supply, go to the middle of the hills and no Wi-Fi, and come back when fucking humanity sorted its shit out.
I used to go to Lunraw. It was a retreat through in Haddington. We used to go about 3 times a year, and there was no mobiles, no televisions. It was great. But it takes about 4 or 5 days to get yourself settled. You know what I've noticed, Dee, as well? See this? I hate this. I hate it, but I'm in love with it, and I hate it at the same time. Have you ever noticed that your phone's in charge of you? Because when it beeps, you always go, it's like it shouts when you hold.
No.
You know,
No.
I'm terrible with mine.
Terrible. No, mine. My phone, Kate will tell you about getting a hold of me. You only get a hold of me if I'm on the phone at the time, because I don't have notifications set. I don't let anybody interrupt my day, and I actually do take time off social media, more so now, because it's like frantic media. It's not just social media now, you know what I mean? So, I know, definitely no. Don't agree.
What's going on here? Sorry, Dee, sorry, but Mark, shut up, you know, Fanny. What's going on here? Mark Fraser, go away. Wait, what's going on? I think we've got Shell Bren saying to Mark Fraser, go away, and then we're having a.
Listen, the same with trolls is what we say in life. This will be another fake profile bounced up talking shit. Try to take their attention away from the show. Again, just know that I'm getting you into trouble or anything, Ronnie. But again, Ronnie, that's why he puts the comments up. Shell, don't argue with them. Shell, don't argue with them. Don't validate a dafty. Just keep on walking. Mark, what's his second name?
Don't validate a dafty.
Don't validate a dafty that can hide behind a keyboard with a fake profile talking shite to absolute people that are picking their pan in to entertain folk. Nobody asked you to be here. I don't even know how many times I need to say this. I say this in my lives. It's no council telly. If you don't like it, change the channel.
Well, that thing, but you're on Twitter, eh? If you ever watched it on Twitter, just think about that. People, they can just write whatever they want and throw it out there. It's quite weird, isn't it? These days, people can just write whatever they want. They can make things up, and then you never know them. You never see them. They just throw shit. They
just fuck off after. They don't throw shit at me. They don't. I'm a firm believer. You only can take on the shit that you decide to rub into yourself. And I know be rubbing into me.
And you've got to admire people that say they're horrible politicians and all that. But they get up every morning and they know they're just going to get shit all day, and they just carry on. They just charge through it. It's quite. Oh, I wouldn't like that life.
What did you think of Nicola's speech? Did you watch it?
No, I don't watch any of that, man. What did she say? She looks like.
I was just interested to see if you watched it. I just heard that he basically said you can go, you can get in, you can get in. He played the hokey pokey basically. He did was the adult politician version of put your right leg in, put your right leg out, and out, shake it all about. If COVID-19's on there, you can turn around. That's what it's all about. See, right? So what Nicola did was hashtag Be Kind was last month. Troops. Hashtag get fucking in the houses here and get fucked. And we don't give a fuck for your mental health because we're solidarity. So unless you've got a valid point and you've not got a Gearden, fucking shut it.
Boom. Is that it?
That's what she said in my mental health mind, aye. And then that kicked off all my do-good pals posting how wonderful they've been in isolation, and I wanted to go and fucking hit them all with a baseball bat, and I've been pals with these folk for years.
I need to get some form of exercise in during the day, or I just can eat myself alive.
Aye, I want to like eat people when I don't exercise.
Hi, Stacey. But can you do this? Dee, can you do this?
Why have you been doing that all night?
Yeah, because it was funny.
I came to the school of acid dancing and robot dancing and all, you prick. You're a DJ, you're the only one who knows this lingo.
I used to go to the Plaza every second Sunday. I was like Glasgow City Breakers and all that, all right? I used to listen to hip hop and there, but do you know, did I tell you about the time I tried it a couple of years ago? I was cleaning up in my living room and I lifted the rug up, right? Oh, aye, it is. And the wooden flare. And I thought to myself, I'm going to try a backspin. Oh my God. I nearly wrecked the living room, nearly smashed the telly, and I swear my whole inside just shifted across that way. It was agony. Trying to relive my youth. Nothing worse than that. I DJ, I watch you and they're DJ and I watch people and they're all dancing on it. I just think, man, I remember being able to do that.
I can still dance all night because the other week there I danced naked in my living room to feel liberated, to lift my spirits and my energy levels.
You can do that. Same as a primal scream, just run into a jungle naked and scream.
I wasn't in a jungle, I was in my fucking living room with the blinds shut.
Just doing the running man, all right.
All that and fucking power up to the sky, taking the power through the moon and the universe and flowing like the light worker I am. But what saying to me, I fucking think I'm a direct descendant for fucking Angel Michael, you know what I mean?
To be fair, I saw you doing dancing videos when I've seen you giving up big licks on the old Facebooky.
Remember Gary Falls and me went to a charity night, right? And Gary Falls was fucking pissed, right? And I was in the middle of the dance floor doing it bits and pieces, right? Fucking pure big boxes, wee boxes, James English and all that were sitting there like, oh, holy fuck, man. And they were all like, wow. And Gary Falls still says to this day, Dee, man, everybody thought I was sober and you were fucking steaming and you drove me home.
Gary was dancing, you were giving it big licks.
Gary was just in dead sensible, a wee bit reserved within himself because his is all just the stage presence. Gary's quite a quiet guy outside of that, right? But I'm just fucking mad on both sides of the fence. So I was up there, no a drink, because I drove straight for a gig. James had asked me like the week before that, you went to a place to take. So I didn't get the meal right, and I just went straight up to the gig, straight up to the charity night after my gig, and I turned up, and obviously Gary and all that had been drinking, and then James did the usual. James is good at disappearing and saying he's got to the toilet, which means James has had enough and he's gone home. But we know that. So Gary was left and I had to run him to Springside. But every day it was that night going, did you run Dee home? And he's like, no, Dee run me home.
Oh, she put me in a taxi.
But surely she got a taxi because everybody couldn't believe for a second that I was straight. The only thing that I was running on was Iron Brew.
Brilliant. Here's the thing. How's the kids getting on? Are they getting better? Listen, see, since this started, did they go a wee bit mad and then they've levelled out? Or are they just...
Okay, it's been kind of mad because obviously my gran died, so we have done a lot of social distancing in the garden, and to be fair, that has really lifted my boy's spirits, even though he couldn't touch anybody, he couldn't get near anybody, but just exchanging that energy with some family members, and that's why I was getting really fucking annoyed at all these do-gooders. I'm like, my gran died in this lockdown, so see, until you're in a unique situation, don't fucking shout about how you're lying out in your hot tub judging every cunt.
Aye, my wee old man wasn't well there and all, he's just...
Just you take it out a minute because it is getting awful dark in here, so I'm going to put the light on.
That is your nail file. You just told us lies and you've been caught. It looks like a frisbee.
I wanted to wait how long to see if you would notice it. Know what I mean? I lie for seconds.
Hold on, it looks like a what do you call him again? What do you bloody a boomerang? I've not got a boomerang, but
it's not. It's 100 over 180 grade acrylic file.
Is that like when you...
I'm going to switch the light on. You do your shit till I come back.
I have to do a shit till you come back? That's horrific. Anyway, there she goes, folks. Thank God she's away. Now we can just have a quiet chat between ourselves. So, I want you to do me a favour. Tell me what you think the best decade in music ever was. I was talking to somebody today about it and they said the 80s. I don't know what mine is. Well, last day when she comes back, I think Dee's going to be a 90s. But I don't really remember the 90s, so I know it was great, parts of it. What's your favourite decade in music, Dee?
80s.
I thought you'd have said 90s.
No, I was the same as you. I don't remember much of them either.
Listen,
I was born in 81, right? But to be fair, I do remember a bit of the 90s, right? Because I was born in 81, so I would have been 9 in the turn of 90. No, I didn't, because I started smoking hash when I was 12.
You would agree with yourself and then disagree. Do you know what I mean?
I had to remember that. You know what it's like? You have to go on the drug roller coaster and get back going. When was my first decade?
Do you do that? Do you think a memory and then you think about, right, how was I drunk that night, or was I, and then you kind of tag that memory?
Aye, my big sister Michelle was made a kind of litre of vodka kind of chick, and I was made a kind of fucking drugs dispenser with Ken, you know what I mean?
Nah, look, a lot of people say in the 90s. Tracy, you can only pick one. Look, I thought you were about to say the 90s, Dee. The 90s
no,
were great.
I think the 90s was a bit of a shit show after the 80s. You've not been to many fucking 90s nights, have you? I mean, when you went to Rewind in Glasgow, it was 80s. It was, you know what I mean? Kicking about with big perms and big earrings, fucking getting it to fucking...
Back the day. I had a Mick Hucknall. I had the curly perm. I had the Mick Hucknall stuff.
Aye, man, he's had fucking wings, man. Man, he's used to sit with hairspray out to fucking here, and they had wings, and then this big... And my big sister, Michelle, used to sit for about 3 hours, like something like Mary, and then she would sit and it'd eventually sit up with this big fucking hang here, and then there'd be like one hair that's leaving a gap, and she would brush it all out. In fact, my pal Gillian Doyle used to, well, Gillian Aldo now, but Gillian Doyle, fucking swear to God, our friendship nearly ended over her fucking fringe.
But see, back then, right, see all the products and all that, you never really had all that stuff you have the new, you know what I mean? I remember going out, I remember having my hair like spiked, and I would steal my mama's silver crown. Remember the spray?
Oh, best hair spray ever. That and brilliant, man.
I bounced a brick off my head when I felt it.
Exactly.
Stick up.
That's the green can, isn't it?
Ah, that was the one green and kind of silver.
My older sister Tracy used to have like a duck haircut in the 80s, but they had white streaks with the big fucking buff-on fringe.
Did you ever skin? See, if you go on your skin, you realise it was just like plastic. It just coated. If you go, you sprayed it in your eyes, it was curtains. You just walk around.
You're fucked, man. What was the other one? The old women wear Elnet or something. Elnet, your fucking head didn't move. Never mind your hair. The old women were in for their curls, right? And they're like, right, hen, brace yourself. And the fucking the hairdressers, they're all going to look like new. Actually, did have shields up to their face. Like, and it was just, and Jeanette just walked out the shop like that.
Brilliant.
And never moved for about a week until she get it set again.
Somebody wrote in here, I love Bros. I remember having the Grosh tabs in my shoes. Remember Bros, the band?
No, my sister loved Bros, I didn't.
I copied that. I used to put the Grosh tabs in my shoes and all that with the denims rolled up, kind of like. Yeah. So, yeah.
Bastard,
it was coming out the 70s, and then you had the jam.
So were you E17 an E17 or a wet fan?
No, a wet fan. But I'll tell you my E17 story. In fact, I can't tell you because it's libelous. Because hypothetically, right, when I lived in Tenerife, just imagine, I'm not saying I did it, but just imagine that I was involved in a drug scene, right, of some description. And just imagine, if you will, one of the guys for E17 was in Tenerife at the time. Just imagine it was the one that didn't do much singing, he just stood at the back with a wee moustache. Just imagine if I met him, and imagine if he used to buy drugs in Tenerife. There you go. Just imagine he was very bitter because his ex-wife was screwing him for $100,000 in a divorce. And so I'm not saying it happened. I'm just saying. What? It was one of the guys. The one that never did fuck all. There was two of them that sang. There was that Brian and the other guy.
There was Brian, and then there was the lead singer who's in Market Property and all that and done well for himself. That's Tony. And then there's Tony at the back. I'm sure I didn't like them. My sister.
Right. Wait. We're great.
But my sister liked wait. No, my sister liked E17 and I liked wait. And my mum went and gave her the Rang annual and tape and gave me that one. And they left Frisbee to it right at my mom's cooking, man. Don't ever put E17 in my Christmas presents again, Santa.
Just think about this, but this is all you need to do, right, Dee? Musically, all you need to do is write a good fucking song, a Christmas song, because then you've made it. So see if you're like Mariah Carey with All I Want For, you can just live off that for the rest of your life. E17, I've got one of them. Although I don't think they wrote it.
Stay now, baby, if you've got to go away.
Oh my God.
Don't think I could take the blame. Won't you stay another day?
Just need to write a shit hot Christmas song and like.
I can't sing for fucking shit. It's pointless.
Listen, but you can sing because what they do now is the same as you just put your voice in a computer like this and then you just auto-tune it. And then you sound like a fucking computer.
You know what the biggest letdown for me that talking about that auto-tuning, right? I pure loved Madonna when I was wee. I went to her concert and I've never heard. They're all Madonna's last it or concert's shite now. No, mate, I went to see her concert when I was a fucking young lassie and I was destroyed. It was terrible.
She's not. No, Madonna's no age. Well, Madonna in the early 80s was amazing. She was definitely Club Tropicana.
No, live, wasn't it? She was never amazing live. Never ever.
I seen her phone her ass on the telly live. That was funny.
That's what I'm saying. I did. I loved her song. I loved True Blue, one of my favourites. Do you know what I mean?
Did she sing live or was she miming?
when she sings live, actual live, with her voice that she can't mistake it and you can't dub it, you can't kid on, she's fucking mince. She's a very clever lassie because she's fucking minted for it, so good on her, but I'm not particularly liking her live voice, no.
Wait, all day long, she's saying.
Nah, I bet you.
That was low-hanging fruit right there, wasn't it?
Fucking set that right up there.
You picked it.
Right at the fucking sky, you know what I mean?
I said to people when you were away, what's your favourite decade? Right now, to me, that's just pick one decade. There's loads of them going 70s and 80s, 60s. Like,
just pick one. I hate that. It's the same when you go, do you want an Indian or a Chinese takeaway? And they go, well, but I love the chicken curry for the Chinese, but you know, I love a poppadom. Fucking pick one. I'm not getting 2 deliveries.
Pick one. But how are you doing that? Are you getting any fast food in? Because KFC's opening on it. Nah,
no, really. I was never a KFC fan myself anyway. See, to be honest, I was never a fast food fan. I'm not a fan of like takeaways. Nobody's going to believe this, but it's a fucking true story. I'm merely a restaurant person. I like a good, classy restaurant. I can't be fucked with KFC. I hate McDonald's. I feel as if you eat McDonald's and you're starving an hour later. Doesn't matter what you eat, you're starving an hour later. And Kentucky Fried Chicken, I'm afraid, has got far too many fucking bad press. I do like a Nando's.
But listen, see Kentucky Fried Chicken, right? Do you think it's a bit like Sports Direct? The staff are a bit bogging.
Well, I don't want to judge, but I have been in a few KFCs and I'm thinking this could be doing me a good wash.
Right, they're if you get to McDonald's, they're spotless. You could eat their shitey hamburgers off the flare. KFC's a bit dodgy.
I don't know, because I was in a KFC, it was really clean, but I'm just not a KFC mad fan for all the chicken stories and all that. Every time I get into KFC, and I used to love it because I used to love the wee hot wings and all that, but I just can't do it. I can't do it because and I just ignore it with Nando's because that's too good to recognise.
So see when people...
I'll be first in line when Nando's opens 2 metres apart for strangers.
I was going to say that. So when you can get out, if you've sat in your house and you've watched people going out and they're not dying and all that, if you believe all that, where's the first place you would go for something to eat?
Nando's.
Oh yeah. Stop doing nails.
All right.
Sitting there, Lady Muck just trimming away at your nails there.
Listen, they were a terrible shape, and that one was longer than that one, and it was annoying me. It's not the only people that's noticing, Ronnie, is you and drawing attention to. It's you that's making me look like I don't care when I'm fully engaged in a daycare. Just because my hair's a mess and I had a bad day and I'm filing one of my nails doesn't mean to say I'm not fully engaged and you're trying to show me up on my own show.
Wow.
Really?
In fact, you know what, actually? I'm going to have to get this changed. It's going to be Dee Maxwell and Ronnie's Talk Lockdown. You
were the one that wanted to be humble and not have your name and get introduced, so don't give your shite, you wee prick.
Shut up, Ronnie.
But lockdown is getting, I don't want to say, because see, at the end of the day, I do believe that people need to stay safe. I don't believe that people need to mind their own fucking business and all and stop talking shite. And I don't believe that anybody, see, if you go out in England and you need to go to work in your company's making you go, right, that's a good excuse to say it wasn't your fault, you caused a spike. But if you've got the option to stay at home, England, I think you should just fucking do it like the rest of the union. That's what I think.
In all seriousness, right, and the whole place is in a situation right now it's a hard one to come out of, because you think about it. See, if you tell people, if you get it on the news, right, everybody, you can go out, and then it spikes, this so-called thing, or whatever it is, if it spikes, then that means you've made an arse of it. But then if you tell people to stay in, you're going to have the other people saying you're an arse. Do you know what I mean? So it's quite a difficult one. You've got to, it's not something I would like to
I'm actually right off Lorraine Kelly.
Why? How dare you?
Because the last couple of mornings, see, she says once more, life has changed as we know it, and she's flipping my cycle switch. I'm really going to fall out with her. And I really like her kilts, and I really like her wee curled, very articulated Scottish tone that everyone understands. However, she better stop saying life has changed. We know it. We God knows when we're going to hug people. Fuck the system. Stop it.
Wow. I like Lorraine Kelly. She's very homely.
So, yeah, you better stop telling me life has changed as we know it. I don't need that. Fucking eating my wee morning scone first thing in the morning, freshly baked, because I'm not fucking working.
A wee totty legs on the couch. Hello, Dee. Yes, it's very difficult now. Very difficult now, Dee. She's a lovely wee woman.
It's the way we've lived now, Dee, has changed, well, Lorraine. Could you stop repeating yourself every morning? I don't need you to tell me every morning. Knows that as well. The telly's really annoying me because I'd be adverts like, no. I know, you tell me every ad break. I'm shouting at the guy like I do the Tesco's self-checkout. I'm like, I fucking know, right? COVID-19, the rules still apply, stay in. You've told me the last time Emmerdale went for a break, you wee tits.
These kids are up the stairs and they're going like that. There's my ma's went off.
These kids are like their fucking dads.
I thought they're up the stairs going, there's my ma's kicking off again.
No. My wains don't hear me going on like that. My wains are horrified, right? My wains don't like bad language. My wains are modern children. They don't even know what a word is.
Do you get an empty tonight?
No, I've got the two dogs.
You've got a gaff. That's what they call it now, the young'uns.
Yeah, okay, it's an empty, you wee shitheads.
I see some of the ones when they put it on Facebook, they're like is it, they're like so-and-so.
They find it so rock and roll. It's really disturbing. Like, I'll hear my Wayne and my 18-year-old's like, oh my God, like, she bought Blossom Hills and that isn't even what she was meant to get. Wow.
Man. Right, what do you mean? Blossom Hills as in like the wine?
Look, we arranged a Zoom call for everybody for like David's birthday, and you know, she didn't even come last minute, and then she was like, "Pure, do you like my nails?" Making it about her.
Yeah, then over here you can get like over the West End, you get to be Glaswegian and like go to Glasgow University accents. Like I was totally spewing last night. Did you see it last night? I was like, spewing everywhere. I spewed in Johnson's trainer. And he was just like, oh, what are you doing, man? I was like totally disgusted. Had to walk home and get a cab home, like one shoe on.
Oh my God. I remember like I was out last night, and you're never going to believe this, girls. My God. I mean, I'm out, right, and I pure get a chase. I get to, and I actually had to be sick into my handbag, and I took it home, and my mum's like, "You're so disgusting." I was like, I know.
She said, Rosie says we're like an old married couple. I resent being old.
I resent being old, and I resent being his wife, because if I was his wife, he would have been fucking put into shape a long time ago.
What shape would that be? A parallelogram?
And how can you say he's my husband? Can you see me running up his ribs without an injury?
There's a point. There is a good point, well made.
I mean, I need a robust guy that can take this tonnage. You know what I mean?
Don't let this fucking fool you in here. Beats the heart of a lion. I missed it.
I'd be like the heart like a forklift and all.
You better with the muscles of a fucking silverback to deal with me.
Yeah. You better be with press a fucking orca whale.
I might well be a sensitive wee soul, but how you doing, Joanne? Aye, there you go. But I can still lift with the rest of them, Dee. So
Adam, I was on with Adam the other day there, and everybody was shouting about being hot and all the rest of it, and I was actually getting embarrassed because I'm thinking,
Adam who? You cheating?
Adam Robertson, my pal, he's an acting pal. Know how I do comedy and acting, and a lot of folk don't like that, but I do the two of them. So,
are you showbiz cheating on me? That's what I heard.
Well, see, the thing is, I was fucking mortified. I was like, shut up, man. I don't even look at Adam like that. I'm just like, same with Gawk. I go to places with Gawk, and I really don't get it.
No, Deborah. Deborah, I'm not going to argue with you there, because I don't hit women. So you would not be
most people look at Gawk and they're like, oh, your mate's gorgeous. And I'm like, what?
Listen, nae hear him. He's a cracking wee dude. But who's saying Gawk's gorgeous? Gawk, I hope you're listening and knowing this.
Gawk will know, but listening, he's 100 mile an hour. The fact that he needs to listen in for more than 10 minutes would take up too much time.
His phone's went 40 times since we started.
He's getting dogs to fucking collect an island through the fucking tunnel.
I keep doing it as well. Whatever happened to that when you're on the phone? What happened to that? Why do we do that now and have it on a speaker? What?
Because somebody talked about the actual closeness of how you can get cancer for 5G through the ear. So they think if they hold it in front of their mouth, they're not getting it through the ear.
It's amazing, that, isn't it? It's amazing.
You know what I mean? I can't go off folk like to go on loudspeaker because it's the woke generation and the young people going, Chloe, everybody can hear you on the bus. You're on loudspeaker. She just spoke about her VLP online and everyone heard.
No, man, she's listening. No, there's no thing I used to hate. I hate about buses. If you go in the bus and somebody's like sitting there with a phone with like fucking fast Mickey Mouse techno playing.
I get offended when you're like, Well, see when I used to go on buses and we tits were sitting up the back of the bus, and it was before anybody knew who Dee Maxwell fucking Patter. So it was always a surprise when I ripped him a new one because they weren't expecting it, but they did expect it now, and that annoys me. I meet young boys now and they say nothing to me because like, oh, that's that fucking Dee Maxwell, fuck that, I'm not saying nothing. You know what I mean? So when I got up the bus and they're playing it, and I go, do you want to turn that down? No, my fault, you're ancient. I'm not ancient, your music's piss, a wee prick, put it off.
The music they play, the news, the same stuff I was playing in fucking early 90s.
Exactly. They're all going daft for our generation of music, and then they're trying to tell us how to dance to it.
We're turning into the people, but when I was young, we're turning into the people I see when I was young. Like, drugs were drugs. You know what I mean? Eckies were eckies.
That's a true story, but drugs were drugs. I mean, I wouldn't touch them now, they're pish.
Well, I wouldn't, because
I wouldn't touch them really if I'm being serious about it because of life records, know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got somewhat of a
are life beaters, but drugs are life records, know what I mean? It's one stage up.
Right, so what's your story for the rest of the... Well, Margaret Byrne says we're all heading to Ronnie's. Imagine it. I'll put right. What are you doing for the rest of the week? The
rest of the week? What am I doing for the rest of the week? Can't I tell you, because some cunt will put on Facebook that I'm a pure disgrace. No, I'm only joking. I'm actually started jogging. I was walking for weeks there, but I've started pacing myself and jogging and downloading an app, the Nike app. Somebody told me because it's better. Because I did have couch to 5K, but every time I'm running, see if I lock my screen, the couch to 5K doesn't come through in my ears.
Right.
So I've got to have my phone unlocked, which means I need to hold it while I'm running, which is it's just stupid.
Yeah, a wee thing, you get yourself a wee holder.
I've got it on my trousers, I've got the big pocket hang, but what I'm saying is, if I don't lock my phone, it's going to press hang. So when I lock my phone, it doesn't come through for some reason.
Well, the good thing is about it is that you're doing it. Anybody doing it, anybody getting up and going a walk, anybody getting a bike, anybody doing that, it's good for you, good on you, man. It's good. It's a good thing to see that. You see people out, and I'm no one for seeing people going like that at the stadium. I like the fact that it's
I think everybody's got to start somewhere, and I think they never get embarrassed.
And they're putting a lot more money into it. They're going to have better cycle tracks and all that, and that's a good thing. And they know it.
I reckon they've just realised how fat we are and how much we've ate and how much we've ate up on useless things and buying useless things and going expend. And they're just going, fuck them, they're going to live off the land, the fat bastards, so they start getting less bills for the hospital.
You know what I love the day? I love there was a guy and his missus, there was a couple of them the day out the boat with the holes in that, just out with the wains. Do you know that way? And getting them out a wee walk and all that. I like seeing that. I'm a wee bit, don't do that, I'm a wee bit sucker for listen, my ovaries are twinkling and you know it.
My ovaries twinkled and all, but I don't have the man. I need the man. I'm validating this whole relationship thing. Dee needs a sidekick. Dee needs a marriage. Dee needs abs. Dee needs pecs. Dee needs male company. Dee needs.
My man ovaries are twinkling. So yeah, I'm getting to that. I know you be so. Aye. So it's getting to that.
What I can do for you is I can carry one for you and horn it over to you, but I never want to see it again.
You can take this off me. Get it away from me. I told you before, I'll not be able to deal with the shit.
What did you give your pal Ronnie for his birthday? I fucking win, but he better not come back and show me. I don't need to say it again.
Because it's shit up its own back.
Right, anyway, we've well ran over the night. You know what I mean? So we're going to have to wrap it up. But the thought for the week is I want you to think about one constructive exercise that you can do every day. And I want you to tell me how many times somebody in the post comes out and tells them to get off a hill and tell me what hills it is so I can avoid them. Anyway. Yes. That's enough for me, Dee Maxwell. Since Ronnie wants to make it a wee bit of his show this week, he's decided he wants the full booner. When he was asked if he wanted the full booner, you want to say something, Ronnie, for the Ronnie and Dee show?
On this, Melanie Simpson has wrote, there's a bird in a car on speakerphone banging her gums at 2 a.m. right outside my window. Her man's a bastard and she's got the clap, apparently. You know, in the world, man. Melanie. Well played, Melanie. Thanks for that information. I'll sleep tonight.
Anyway, are you getting to wrap up on, Ronnie?
No, but we're on Sunday, aren't we? I feel a bit. I've had a bit of a shit day. I've had a bit of a shit few days, but I feel a bit better for coming on here tonight and getting a
meeting. Help you, vampires, pit them out.
That's right. Don't invite them into your house and they can't suck the soul out of you. You know
exactly.
What I mean?
Anyway, I'm on the subject of soul. We'll see you again on Sunday for the Late Show. Get your questions into the inbox. We want some questions for Sunday so that I just don't need to tell Ronnie's secrets. Anyway, We've been Dee Maxwell and Ronnie Park on the 8th week of lockdown, and we'll see you on the 9th week next week. Lots of love. Bye.